Well, awesome sauce. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Um, I... Okay. Starting. Hello everyone and welcome to my Age of Empires 3 guide. We are going to pick it up today and I want to show you how to rush a game. So basically let's pick out a regular old nation. How about I guess the British are the easiest one to rush. So I'm going to go ahead and choose new cards. I'm going to explain why I choose these cards. Okay. One, advanced mills. Very important. You want to get them probably by your at least fourth shipment. They reduce the cost of the wood for your mills by half, so it's down to 200. Very important if you want to get a really fast booming economy. You will go for a little bit of early aggression with your musketeers, depending if you like to rush longbowmen or pikemen. I'm more of a musketeer person, although I do like rushing some longbowmen early on. As for this tech tree, I would recommend you work on the mines, the silversmith, and for your plantations, get a couple of those cards, such as the rum distillery and the cigar roller. Those will help with you late game. As for this, the British Explorer doesn't really give him, like this captain card, doesn't really give him a lot of upgrades in comparison to other nations where it really buffs the champ. Champion. Well, anyway, the Explorer. I think I'm playing League of Legends. Anyway, but I'm back here. This is a card you want at some point. Cheap docks. It's good for your whole team if you're playing on water maps, but they're very... that's the thing about that is it depends on your situation. So you want to make several decks. This is an early home city. In my, I've reinstalled this more than once, so it's like I used to play this all the time, but now I'm bringing it back. We're bringing back old school. So let's go on a map like Carolina. And we'll do an early aggression person right here. I'm going to put it on expert because I'm crazy like that. And we're going to go against this thing. So let's give it a try. I have not played against an expert in forever. Actually, let's just do hard for this video because I want to give you guys a good rush, a good example of a rush. So here we go. Yeah, this is how I continuously win online games. You press shift and click, right click, and that will make your explorer automatically be commanded to go to different areas. Yeah, make sure you put them on gathering food first and foremost, and once you've got them, you just start spamming that. So you want your villagers brought up as fast as possible. Okay. The other thing with being in Carolina is you have the opportunity to actually start building manors really, really quickly because of all the wood you get at the beginning, which is wonderful as the British. You want to really stack up on that. Wood really will help. Alright. Let's start herding the animals this way. And there we go. There we go. Whoops. Alright. And keep on spamming those villagers. Basically, this is what I've learned. Once you've started gathering your resources, just start spawning villagers whenever you can. You should always be spawning villagers continuously. Alright, always send your settlers first, even when you make it to the second age. There's a good reason for that, and that is that it will make your economy just start boosting. It really helps in the early game if you get lots and lots of settlers as fast as you can. And they're a lot better. Like, statistically, 4 villagers is a lot better than 600 crates of food. just are. They will gather faster and make your life a whole heck of a lot easier. Now, what I'm doing is this thing called herding. I'm bringing it closer to my town center. That is not a good example of it. But, basically, I'm just making sure they're going closer to the town center so they're easier to gather. Now, okay. Once you get to about 320, 350, advance up to the second age. There we go. 320, or 220, I must say, 220. When you're doing online, when you're doing multiplayer, it's very important that you advance it faster. Now, if you're doing a no-rush game, that's fine. But when you're doing a no-rules game, just advance them as quickly as possible. See, I should be advanced by about 340, 50, I think. Maybe less time than that. And by that time, I will be successfully all built up. Now, once you're in your discovery age, you gather some. You're advancing up from the discovery age. Gather wood. Just tell all your villagers to gather wood, as the British. And just build manor houses. There we go. As fast as possible. That's how you win, folks. More manor houses, the more the economy booms. That's really all there is to it. British have an awesome early game. They kind of fall off late game in a way, but if you get ahead in the early game, you should be fine. Now, the reason why they fall off in the late game, in my opinion, they're just not as strong as the French as for gathering potential. And the only reason I say that is because I main the French. I just think that they gather faster. It's the truth. So, hey, what can you do? Time to build a market. It's about time. Make sure those villagers are constantly going. Alright. And should have enough for another. There we go. Tell them to go gather wood. Keep up our production. Now, look at this. This is not normal. By 5 minutes, I have 25 settlers, which means I am producing so much resources right now. Super good. You want to keep up with that population boom as much as you can. Time to build barracks. You'll build it out near your outpost. Why not? Okay. There we go. And make them a little stronger. Because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I can't believe I just made that reference. That's fine. Yes. So, we're gathering up here. We're building stuff. Yay, everyone rejoice. We're building stuff. I'm just constantly, how much I'm building, making. Yeah, oh, I don't need that. I need wood. My woody needs. Musket rush. Okay. Alright, now if you're going for a longbow rush or musketeer rush, doesn't really matter. Couple things I would recommend you do in this instance. If you're going to do that, take everyone off of this. Whoa. Early aggro right there. Mostly that's just a scouting party, but yeah, that's Queen Elizabeth right there. Isabella, let's say. I just do that randomly, random times. Doesn't really do anything. It's just worthless. Okay. So we're gonna focus everyone on food, because I can. And this is how we're gonna have a massive army by. Yeah, 2 minutes in. 2 minutes after this, I must say. And it's going to be beautiful. Oh, there we go. Help that little boy out. He's in need of it. Okay. See, now we got all this deer next to our town center, and it's going to be lovely.
Gatherer, ready. Commander Hunter. Fire. Ready. Hunter. Commandment.
That's interesting. Anyway.
Ready. Yes.
I wonder where I'm telling my people to get trained. I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
Forster. Yes. Forster.
Alright.
Yes. Hunter. Fire. Gatherer.
Let's see here. And after I do that, need more longbowmen. Lots of long. Okay. I'm just gonna keep on training more. And it's gonna be beautiful. There we go. And keep up those villagers being spawned. Just a random pikeman. Great. Stay away. Noob. Let's get back to business. Okay, so we have a nice, reasonably sized army right here. There we go. There we go. Me and a friend of mine did an online game not too long ago, and ended up taking someone out in 7 minutes. It just shows people don't go as fast as the hard computers sometimes. Okay, now we're 10 minutes in. We should be really thinking about advancing to the next stage. Spanish are supposed to have a lot of early power. They do, but they fall off late game really badly. Like really badly.
Yes, he whiz. Lion.
So it's kind of important that you, if you're the Spanish, that you do a rush really fast. I mean, you train those villagers like no tomorrow.
Ready.
Some of the most successful Spanish players that I know, they spit out troops like no tomorrow. Have like close to about 60 less men by 12 minutes. Something ridiculous like that. Now, most of the time, if I didn't go for more of a longbow rush,
Ready.
I would have gone for a musketeer, grenadier mix, which basically you take the artillery foundry. The British are one of the nicer nations that can do this. You build an artillery foundry and you build grenadiers. Grenadiers are great early artillery, like nothing else compares to them. You train like 5 of those things, put them in an army, they'll get rid of pretty much any early infantry. Why? Well, because they are, they're so potent, my word. They have a lot of damage on buildings, and they'll just crush anyone. So I've got 40 villagers at 12 minutes. That's not normal. That's just the power of the British right there. You just keep on spamming. If I had a little bit more wood, probably should. There, I'll make another manor house. And I'll tell them to go chop trees. Usually at this point, I would, at this point, I would have a stable out. I would usually have those outposts, but I just want to give you guys a good look-see into multitasking with this game. Yeah, it's so very important. It's the core part of the Age of Empires. You want to make sure your multitasking is good. You want to make sure you've got a constant flow of villagers. Getting a second town center is extremely important. A lot of people don't really. They don't get that. I don't get the fact that they don't get that, because having a second town center will make your economy boom like crazy. Just the fact that you can double the amount of villagers that you're spawning is just crazy. Yeah, I can't recommend it any more than that. Build lots of outposts too. Don't think that outposts are a waste of wood. They're extremely important. They give you great vision, and it gives you map control. Lots of map control. Alright. What do we got here? We're gonna make a mill. We're gonna make a mill. And yeah. At this point, I would have recommended, instead of building an artillery foundry and perhaps about 2 less manor houses, I would recommend you build those mills faster if you're going to have a very late game. If it's a 1v1 like this, then by all means you can wait till later. This is just a good example of going against the AI. And later on I will do a hard version. Well, I will do an expert instead of a hard, and give you a good example of what that looks like and how you can spam that. Basically, the only difference though is the fact they would have had about 20 more men, maybe about 10 more villagers, and a couple more outposts, and would have moved there. Like the pikemen back here would have actually attacked my villagers more early on. But for a lot of people, hard is very difficult, and it's not if you continuously spawn villagers. Just continuously spawn them. Don't be hesitant. Don't worry about training too many, because that will really help you in the late game. And it's just about gathering resources. Keep them safe by putting a couple towers. Like you want to give the enemy a distraction, like taking out. Give them a forward objective, so you can distract them and keep up with the home base. So thank you very much for watching. I am the Pollinator from the OP Moms, And yeah, keep it real, and thank you very much for watching.